All right, so we're doing a deep dive today into Tesla stock.
Okay.
And, you gave me a stack of research.
Yeah.
And we're trying to figure out, is this thing worth the risk? I mean, it's down 40% from its high.
Right.
That's enough to make anyone nervous.
Yeah.
But luckily, we've got a CFA with us today.
Yes.
To help us break it all down.
Absolutely.
So for anyone who doesn't know, a CFA is like the financial equivalent of a black belt in the martial arts.
That's right.
They really know their stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, maybe you could tell us a little bit about Tesla stock. I mean, it is famous for these,
It's a wild ride.
wild swings.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's actually not that unusual
Okay.
for other high growth companies.
Gotcha.
Like you see similar patterns.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting. So,
Well, like what?
NVIDIA.
NVIDIA, okay, our example. So the data shows that Tesla has only hit a new all-time high
Okay.
on about 4.6% of its trading days.
Wow.
The other 95% of the time.
So it's just going up and down
Dipping and diving.
most of the time.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And, NVIDIA's chart tells a similar story.
Really?
Yeah.
So roller coasters are just kind of part of the deal with these
It seems that way.
types of companies?
Yeah, gotcha. And so the question is, is the potential reward worth that kind of ride?
Well, that's what we're here to figure out.
Exactly.
One question that I know you had for me was is Tesla's
Yeah.
long-term potential
Uh-huh.
actually backed up
Right.
by how they're performing right now?
Yeah.
Are they delivering on the promises?
That's the key question.
Yeah.
And to really understand, we have to look at earnings expectations,
Okay.
which is basically, what analysts predict
Okay.
a company will earn.
Gotcha.
And if we compare Tesla's trajectory, over the past 5 years to NVIDIA's,
Okay.
we see a bit of a difference.
Okay.
NVIDIA has consistently beaten those expectations,
Okay.
which has helped fuel their stock price growth.
So it's almost like rocket fuel for a stock if they meet
Exactly.
or exceed those expectations.
And it highlights how investor sentiment can impact price.
Gotcha.
Now here's where it gets a little tricky.
Okay.
Analysts tend to focus on short-term predictions.
Okay.
Like what will happen in the next 12 months.
Okay.
But you, as an individual investor,
Yeah.
you can take a longer view.
Yeah.
And that can actually be an advantage
Okay.
when evaluating a company like Tesla.
So you're saying the analysts might be kind of missing the forest
Potentially, yeah.
for the trees a little bit?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So that's why it's crucial to understand, how much a single quarter
Okay.
really impacts a company's
Yeah.
overall value.
Okay.
And it might be less than you think, especially for these high growth companies.
Okay. I get that the future is important,
Yeah.
but what about right now?
Yeah.
If a company has a bad quarter,
Uh-huh.
doesn't that mean things are going downhill?
Not necessarily.
Oh.
Think of it like, baking a cake.
Okay.
One ingredient might not be perfect,
Yeah.
but what really matters is the final product,
Yeah.
years down the line.
Yeah.
And to really understand this,
Okay.
we have to look at something called discounted future earnings,
Okay.
which is basically a way of calculating a company's value
Okay.
based on predictions of its future profits.
Gotcha.
And basically, for a company like Tesla, a single quarter
Okay.
is just one ingredient in a much bigger recipe.
So a dip in earnings for one quarter
Yeah.
could actually be an opportunity to buy
Yeah, that's one way to look at it.
while everyone else is panicking.
Yeah, and it's interesting to note
Yeah.
that even Warren Buffett,
Oh, dude.
who's known for his
Yeah.
steady long-term investments,
Yeah.
has said that he prefers
Yeah.
companies with what he calls lumpy 20% growth
Really?
over consistent 15% growth.
I'm surprised to hear that. I thought he was more of a slow and steady,
Yeah,
wins the race kind of guy.
I know.
Why would he want that?
It's a contrarian perspective,
Well, yeah.
but he recognizes that sometimes
Yeah.
those lumpy periods can signal
Yeah.
that a company is on the verge
Okay.
of a major breakthrough.
Okay.
And Tesla, with its big bets on new technologies,
Yeah.
definitely fits that mold.
Okay.
A single quarter might not matter as much
Yeah.
as the long-term disruption
Okay.
they're aiming for.
So maybe you're saying we shouldn't freak out over every little bump in
Exactly.
the road.
Now, here's something that really surprised me
Okay.
when I was looking at your research.
Okay.
Most of Tesla's stock gains
Okay.
happen overnight and on weekends.
Really? That is surprising. Why do you think that happens?
Well, for one thing, market-moving news often breaks after the closing bell.
Okay.
So, earnings reports, product announcements, even Elon Musk's late-night tweets.
So while everyone else is sleeping, Tesla's stock is like quietly reacting
Exactly.
to all the latest news.
Yeah, and there's another factor at play here.
Okay.
Liquidity.
Okay.
Liquidity means how easily you can buy or sell something.
Okay.
Tesla stock is very liquid during the day.
Okay.
Tons of trading going on.
Okay.
But at night, fewer buyers and sellers.
Oh, I see.
Mean that even small trades can cause bigger price swings.
So are you saying I need to become a night owl to invest in Tesla?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
This overnight phenomenon is interesting.
Yeah.
But trying to time the market based on those fluctuations is incredibly risky.
Okay.
It's more about understanding
The bigger picture.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Now, we can't talk about Tesla without addressing the elephant in the room,
Yeah.
Elon Musk. His actions and statements are constantly making headlines,
Yeah.
stirring debate.
Uh-huh.
And it really raises the question, can you separate the CEO from the stock itself?
That's a tough one. I mean,
Yeah.
he's such a big personality.
He is.
And he's so closely associated with Tesla.
Right.
Yeah.
Investors might have loved his maverick spirit
Right.
when he was shaking up the auto industry.
Yeah.
But now he's disrupting other things,
Yeah.
like social media and politics.
Yeah.
And that's making some people nervous.
Yeah, it's almost like they signed up for one kind of disruption,
Yeah.
but now they're getting another.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not what they expected.
And it's a valid concern.
Yeah.
And it adds another layer of complexity
Yeah.
when you're considering investing in Tesla.
Okay.
Can you reconcile your own values and investment philosophy with the actions of the CEO?
Yeah.
Because in this case,
Yeah.
Elon Musk's personality is very much intertwined
Yeah.
with the company's image.
So it's not just about the numbers, it's about the person
Yeah.
behind the company as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that leads us back to our core question.
Yeah.
Is Tesla stock a roller coaster ride worth taking?
Yeah.
We've seen the volatility.
Yeah.
We've examined the earnings.
Uh-huh.
We've explored the Elon Musk factor.
Yeah.
So what does all this mean
Yeah.
for someone thinking about investing in Tesla?
I'm ready to find out. What do we tackle next?
All right, let's do it. Okay, so let's zoom out for a second and look at the bigger picture.
Okay.
Tesla's aiming to revolutionize multiple industries
Okay.
with its, disruptive technologies.
Yeah.
Think robotaxis, Optimus robots.
Okay.
Things that could change the way we live and work.
Yeah.
If those ventures truly take off, the current volatility might seem insignificant compared to the potential gains.
So you're saying the risk could be worth the reward?
That's the trillion-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tesla's undeniably a high-risk,
Yeah.
high-reward investment.
Yeah.
They're pushing boundaries and challenging norms.
Okay.
It's exciting, but it also comes with those wild swings we talked about.
Right. You mentioned earlier that analysts often have a short-term outlook.
Yeah.
Do you think that's impacting how people view Tesla?
It's definitely a factor.
Yeah.
Analysts are focused on the next quarter or two,
Yeah.
but you as an individual investor
Yeah.
have the ability to think long-term.
Uh-huh.
And that can be a huge advantage,
Okay.
especially when you're dealing with a company like Tesla
Yeah.
that's playing the long game.
So maybe the key is not to get caught up in the day-to-day
Right.
fluctuations
Right.
and instead focus on the bigger picture.
Tesla is aiming to transform entire industries,
Yeah.
not just tweak existing ones.
Yeah.
That kind of ambition takes time,
Uh-huh.
and it's going to come with bumps along the way.
Okay, so patience is key here.
Yeah.
But
Sure.
let's be honest, seeing your investment drop 40%
Yeah,
can be pretty unnerving,
it is. It is.
even if you believe in the long-term vision.
Yeah.
So how do you reconcile those two things?
It's all about risk tolerance
Okay.
and understanding what you're comfortable with.
Yeah.
If you're someone who needs steady, predictable returns,
Okay.
Tesla's probably not the right fit for you.
Gotcha.
But if
Yeah.
you're looking for potentially outsized gains
Okay.
and you're comfortable with some volatility,
Yeah.
then Tesla might be worth considering.
And you need to be okay with Elon Musk being part of the package.
Yes, that's a crucial point.
Yeah.
You can't separate the CEO from the company in this case.
Yeah.
Elon Musk's personality and his actions are deeply intertwined
Yeah.
with Tesla's brand.
Uh-huh.
And investors need to be comfortable with that.
It's almost like investing in Tesla is a bet on Elon Musk himself.
To some extent, yeah.
As much as it's a bet on the company's technology.
But it's important to remember
Yeah.
that Tesla isn't a one-man show.
Right.
They have a talented team of engineers and executives
Yeah.
working behind the scenes.
Right. It's not just about Elon Musk.
Exactly.
It's about the entire team and their ability to execute on this very ambitious vision.
Speaking of execution,
Yeah.
let's revisit that fascinating point
Okay.
about Tesla's stock gains happening predominantly overnight and on weekends.
You're right. We kind of glossed over that earlier.
Yeah.
I mean, it is strange that so much of the action happens outside of regular trading hours.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Well, as we touched on before, market-moving news often drops after the closing bell.
Right.
So you have earnings reports, product announcements, even Elon Musk's tweets.
Right. And those things can have a big impact.
Huge.
On investor sentiment, even if the markets aren't officially open.
Exactly.
Okay.
And because there's less trading volume overnight and on weekends, even a small number of trades can cause bigger price swings.
Okay.
It's like the ripples from a stone drop in a still pond.
Yeah.
You know, they're more noticeable when the water is calm.
So it's not that something magical is happening overnight.
Exactly.
It's just that the market dynamics are different.
And it highlights the importance of taking a long-term view.
Okay.
And not getting too caught up in the short-term fluctuations.
You know, I remember when I first bought Tesla stock, I was constantly checking the price, you know, riding the waves of every little bit of news. It was exhausting.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
It's easy to get swept up in the excitement.
Or the fear.
Or the fear, for that matter.
Yeah. That's why it's helpful to have a knowledgeable guide like you to help us make sense of it all.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Now, before we move on, I'd like to compare Tesla to a more established tech giant.
Okay.
Like NVIDIA.
Okay.
Both are at the forefront of innovation.
Yeah.
But they've taken different paths to success.
Yeah. NVIDIA has really surged ahead in recent years.
They have.
Especially with their dominance in the AI market. Does that mean Tesla's falling behind?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
For a while, Tesla actually outperformed NVIDIA.
Oh, wow.
In terms of stock gains.
Okay.
And they're pursuing their own ambitious goals in AI.
Okay.
Particularly with their self-driving technology.
Okay, so they're both betting big on AI.
Exactly.
But in different ways.
NVIDIA is primarily focused on developing the chips and software that power AI.
Okay.
While Tesla's more interested in applying AI to real-world problems.
Yeah.
Like transportation and robotics.
Okay.
It's a different approach.
Yeah.
But it could be just as transformative in the long run.
I see.
Yeah.
So it's not a matter of one being better than the other.
Yeah.
It's just that they have
It highlights the fact that
different strengths and focuses.
The AI landscape is still evolving.
Okay.
And there's room for multiple winners.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
Volatility earnings expectations, the Elon Musk factor, overnight trading patterns, and the comparison to NVIDIA.
Right.
What are the key takeaways here for someone trying to decide whether to invest in Tesla?
First and foremost, investing in Tesla is not for the faint of heart.
Okay.
It's a high-risk, high-reward proposition.
Gotcha.
You need to have a strong stomach for volatility
and
a belief in the company's long-term vision.
So buckle up for a wild ride.
Exactly.
What else?
Don't get caught up in the hype. Or let your emotions dictate your decisions. Do your research, carefully consider your risk tolerance. And develop a long-term perspective.
So no panic selling when the stock dips.
Exactly. Remember, Tesla's trying to achieve some truly groundbreaking things. That kind of innovation takes time, and it's going to come with ups and downs along the way.
You said earlier that a single quarter's performance doesn't tell the whole story.
Right.
So maybe we should be looking at Tesla's progress.
That's a great way to think about it.
Towards its bigger goals rather than obsessing over short-term fluctuations.
And remember, the Elon Musk factor is something you can't ignore.
True.
You know, his personality and actions are inseparable from the Tesla brand. For better or worse.
True. So you're saying investors need to be comfortable with his style and his vision if they're going to invest in Tesla.
Now let's circle back to something you mentioned earlier. Sustainability. This is a factor that many investors find appealing about Tesla.
Yeah, they're leading the charge.
They are.
In the transition to clean energy.
Yeah.
And that's something I personally find admirable.
It's a compelling aspect of the Tesla story. And it adds another layer of complexity to the investment thesis.
Okay.
For some investors, the company's commitment to a sustainable future might outweigh concerns about volatility or Elon Musk's antics.
So it's not just about the potential financial returns. It's also about aligning your investments with your values.
And that's something that each individual investor needs to consider for themselves.
Okay, so we've explored the volatility, the earnings, the Elon Musk paradox, the overnight trading phenomenon, and the sustainability angle.
Right.
Is there anything else we need to consider before we wrap up this Tesla deep dive?
I think it's worth emphasizing the importance of diversification.
Right. Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Exactly.
Even if that basket is a shiny, futuristic Tesla.
No matter how bullish you are on any single company, it's always wise to spread your investments across different asset classes and industries.
It's about managing risk.
Precisely.
And protecting your overall financial well-being.
Now, before we leave our listener with some final thoughts, I'd like to address one more point that often comes up in discussions about Tesla.
What's that?
The idea that Tesla is overvalued.
Ah, yes. That's a common criticism.
It is.
Some people argue that the stock price is inflated and doesn't reflect the company's true value.
And there's no easy answer to that question.
Yeah.
It depends on how you value a company.
Right.
Traditional valuation methods, which focus on things like earnings and assets, might not fully capture Tesla's potential. Especially given their focus on disruptive technologies and long-term growth.
So it's a matter of perspective.
To some extent, yes. Investors who believe in Tesla's long-term vision and their ability to execute on their ambitious goals might see the current stock price as justified. Even if it seems high by traditional standards.
It's all about what you believe the future holds, right?
Exactly. And that brings us to the ultimate question. Is Tesla a roller coaster ride worth taking?
After all this, I'm still not sure.
Yeah.
What's the verdict? Well, we've explored a lot of different perspectives.
We have.
On Tesla.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been on that roller coaster just listening to all this.
Yeah.
So, what's the bottom line? Is it worth the risk?
That's the million-dollar question. Or should I say the trillion-dollar question?
You're right.
There's no easy answer. It ultimately comes down to your individual investment goals, risk tolerance, and belief in Tesla's long-term vision.
So no magic formula, huh?
Not really.
It's really about each person weighing the potential rewards against the potential risks?
Exactly. And remember, even if you decide Tesla isn't the right fit for your portfolio, this deep dive has hopefully equipped you with a better understanding of how to evaluate high-growth, disruptive companies in general.
That's true. We've learned a lot about analyzing earnings expectations, understanding the impact of a CEO's personality on a brand, and the importance of considering both short-term fluctuations and long-term potential.
And don't forget the importance of diversification.
Right.
No matter how confident you are in any single investment, it's crucial to spread your risk across different asset classes and industries.
A balanced portfolio is key.
Exactly.
It's like that old saying, don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Right. Now, if I could leave our listener with one final thought, it would be this. Stay curious.
I love that.
The world of investing is constantly changing. And there's always something new to learn. Don't be afraid to challenge your own assumptions. And explore different perspectives.
Stay curious and keep learning. That's great advice for investing.
It is.
And for life in general, right?
Absolutely. And remember, the most important investment you can make is in yourself and your own knowledge.
Well said. This has been an incredibly insightful deep dive.
Thank you.
Thanks for sharing your expertise.
You're welcome.
And helping us navigate the complex world of Tesla stock.
It's been my pleasure. I always enjoy these conversations.
Me too.
And I hope our listeners found it valuable as well.
To our listener, thanks for joining us on this roller coaster ride through Tesla.
Yes.
We encourage you to continue researching, asking questions.
Absolutely.
And ultimately make informed investment decisions. That align with your own unique goals and values.
Happy investing.
And remember, as always, stay curious.
For tuning in today, for listening.